Welcome back. So we got bumped off air and we are back. That's just the universe telling us that it felt that you needed a little bit more than 3 minutes to get down on them squats. You know what I'm saying? Get down on it. Hey, get down on it. How you gonna boogie if you really don't like to dance? Hey, get your butt up off the floor. Woo! So listen, they probably wanted us to just have a little bit more time. But that is fine. That is fine. We are back now. I hope that you did something. Let the people know if you are if you come in, just jump on the other broadcast and just let the people know that we are over here, right? Text notification squad, you're going to get your text in just a moment. I don't know why it had to do like how it did. That's fine. That's fine. But we are back. Listen, I mean, while we waiting to listen. How you gonna boogie if you really don't want it? Then, hey, hey, come on, get up out there. Listen, I don't have to look like that. 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 But you know what? This is a conversation that is near and dear to my heart, and I'm happy to have this conversation with you all day, every day. I'm going to wait for a few more of you to come on in, and then we're going to get live on all of these platforms. I'm waiting for the text notifications squad to get their text. So for those of you who don't know, for $1.99 a month, you can get a text whenever I go live. So like when these platforms bump me off or whatnot, or we need to have a broadcast behind the scenes or whatever, $1.99 a month or $4.99 a month if you're international, or you could pay for the year. It's $22 for the whole year. There, see? And we just went live that way. You all will always have the link. You'll know when I go live. You'll be able to come directly here. You'll be here on time. You don't have to come in at the end being like, oh no, I missed it. No. Get here on time. Get here on time. Get here on time. All right, so let us go ahead and get live on all of these platforms. Let us get live. And should I play the video again? I don't even know if I should play the video again, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and get live on all of these platforms. All right, we're live on Twitch. We're live on Twitter. We're live on Facebook. We're live on LinkedIn. And of course, we are live on YouTube. Go ahead and like this video, like the last video as well. And just come on in and have a seat. Have a seat. Let's talk. So we were talking in the last video about this young lady who was crying because she doesn't get approached when she's out. She doesn't get approached when she's out with her friend group, and she's feeling real sad about it.
Friends, okay? Everybody's pretty. Everybody's pretty. Can we talk about how we are not the woman that's like ever approached? It's hard to deal with. And then you can't even really talk to your homegirls about it, because if you tell them, then they're going to be self-conscious about how they are in your presence, and you don't want to dim their light.
So this video, go to the last video and watch that last video. Somebody's asking what I use on my face. I use the TKO Skin Vitamin E Oil, which I will be selling again this winter. So thank you all so much for holding on tight for that. Yes, that is what I use to help my skin stay young, firm, plump, all of that. So yes. So, and I'll give you all my skincare routine. It's all natural and all of that. So nonetheless, so that young lady, she came out, she's crying, she's sad because she doesn't feel pretty. Nobody can convince her that she's pretty. She says that her friends are prettier than her. And we talked a little bit about this in the last video. So what we're going to do is we're going to read the apples. I hope that you all were able to get some fitness activity in during our break. And then China's saying, go out by yourself. Listen, I don't even know. She says that when she's out by herself, the only people who approach her are old men who are 50. In our community, 50 is old. But you know what? 50 is becoming old for women too. Some of us women are taking for granted that we're going to make it to 50. What is it that we are doing to prolong our lives and to create the type of lives in our future that's going to be filled with health and wellness? Like, fitness is not an accident. Even people who are thin, if your heart is not pumping at an efficient rate, if your blood pressure is all jacked up, if your lungs are jacked up, Just being thin is not enough. What is it that you're doing to maintain your fitness? So let's go ahead and read these apples. Listen. mm, mm, mm. It's low. The sound is low. All right. Let's grab these real quick. All right. Rochelle sends $1 and says she ran in place. Wonderful. Janice sends 3 and said, I had a guy friend that said he likes bigger women. Yeah, there are some men who like bigger women. Yeah, yeah. And you know what? I'm glad that you brought that up because there was a comment that I wanted to address right as the last broadcast was crashing. There are many men who would tell black women about how they like thick women, how they like big body gals, how they like oversized mompies, how they like this, that, and the other. And then now that aesthetics have changed, they've left you holding the bag. So now you're carrying all of this weight. And this weight is not healthy for you. Not only that, they're making fun of you, calling you obese and overweight. Meanwhile, it was them who told you that they like the way it looks, that they like this, that they like that. And as you've gotten older and your metabolism has slowed down, you've gotten bigger and bigger. And then also, bigness can be a trap. That they like the fact that you have less options. Just like some of these men out there who are fattening up their papi chulitos. They're fattening them up, feeding them all types of fried foods because they don't want other women to want to jump up and down on top of their big bare belly. Yes, there are some men who like bigger women. That's cool, right? However, is that what's most healthy for your joints, for your lungs, for your heart, for your blood and endocrine system, for your knees, for your feet? Is that what's most healthy for you? So yeah, so he can like him some big girl as some fetish for where he wants to put his, I'm trying to stop getting my videos clocked, put his eggplant. Oh yeah. He'll talk about how he likes, but does he like what's best for you? I realized when I was in my last relationship and I was working on fattening up my guy, right? I realized that out of love for him, that if being obese or overweight is not what he wants and desires for his life, then out of love for him, I have to want what's best for him as well. And I need to be on board with his health journey. So I had to make some changes and take a long, hard look at myself. So any man out there who is attempting to get you to practice unhealthful habits doesn't care about you. They don't care about your longevity. They don't care about your ability to last in this life and last in this life healthfully. They don't care about your discomfort on these damn hikes when that hot ass sun is sizzling on your back fat and you are breathing heavy and having your chest is convulsing for you to just try to walk up and down some rocks. They don't care about you. And I'm telling you that right now. And if there's anybody who thinks there's a lie in what it is that I'm saying, write me out a 500-word paper telling me where is the lie. Write it out and send it to me and let me review it because I want to know where the lie is. They don't care about you because no matter what it is that it looks like physically, if big muscles, I have a friend who's a bodybuilder. I have an associate who's a bodybuilder and he's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, at some point, having a tremendous amount of muscle mass may not be what's most healthful for his skeletal size, right? So it's like, okay, regardless of what something looks like, how healthy is it for your overall longevity? And so I think that these are the conversations that we need to have. These are the things that we need to talk about because, yeah, you know, this stuff may look cute and it may look even cuter when you're younger. But as somebody says, once you have a child or 2 or 3, they say that you hold on to 15 pounds from every pregnancy. And you have to actively work to get those 15 pounds off. Some people are holding on to more than that from each pregnancy. Some people still look pregnant and they had their child years upon years ago. Their child is 10 and they still look pregnant. And listen, I don't say this to make fun of anybody because I showed you all what I looked like. I showed you all. I showed you all that I was obese and I did not realize it. I didn't realize that I had big old stomach, big old legs. I didn't realize it. I knew that, when I was out walking and stuff like that, I knew that there were things that were difficult for me to do. But I mean, look, I didn't realize that I looked like this. I saw myself as I did when I was 17. I saw myself as a track runner. I saw myself as somebody who could eat these Oreos and eat these chocolate covered biscuits and these popcorns and kettle chips. And I saw myself as somebody who could eat all those things and that it would just be hidden inside of me somewhere. It wasn't hidden. I couldn't see it, but other people could see it. There was a joke. There was a joke that my father told us years ago. And the joke was about this woman who went to the doctor, and this old woman, she went to the doctor. She went to the doctor and she was like, "Doctor, something is the matter, right? I have all of this gas all day long and I let out all of these past gases and it has no scent and they're silent, right?" So the doctor wrote her a prescription and told her to come back. How many of you have heard this joke? You can throw your hands up. So he wrote her prescription and told her to come back. She came back to the doctor and said, "Oh my God, doctor, I don't know what you did, but my goodness, whatever you did, undo it because now my past gases smell terrible. Oh my God, they are putrid and stink to high heaven." And the doctor said, "Good, now that we've cleared up your sense of smell, now let's work on your hearing." So she's sitting there in the doctor thinking that her past gases are silent and have no scent, but other people around her can hear them and they can smell them. So while I was sitting there thinking that nobody could see the excess weight on me, other people could see it. I couldn't see it, but other people could see it. They could see it, I just couldn't. And so I want us to pay attention and really take an honest assessment of ourselves, right? Go to the doctor, get your blood work done, get your blood pressure done, get your oxygenation, your blood oxygen levels done. If your insurance will cover it or not, you can go ahead and have yourself assessed physically, how well your muscles are metabolizing oxygen, how well your heart is working, because your heart could be straining and struggling and you may not even know it. Listen, I guess Jane, this is your first time hearing that joke. Listen. Nonetheless, let's get back to the apples that I was reading. Okay. So, all right. Vanessa sends $5 and says, "Just because I can currently and miss the Zoom." Oh, well, welcome back. We're glad that you're here. Janice says, "He was scared to approach because of his friends." Okay. Well, then what's the excuse for when he sees one when he's by? And then also, is he in his conviction enough? Listen, Redman said that he liked big body gals back in the days. Remember Redman, the rapper? He said he liked fat girls. So did Humpty Dance. But in reality, he really liked them white girls behind the scenes. We talked about that. But listen, nonetheless. Rakaya sends $1 and says, Happy Monday, baby girl." Malika sends $1 and says, "Supporting the channel." Thank you. So I guess we'll have to wait till the next break for us. Oh my goodness. We have to wait till the next break for us to, I'm going to take this down to 15 minutes. Oh, we've been on for 14 already. So let me take it down to 12. All right. So here, let's refresh. That green vegan sends 222 and says, "Cougar energy." Rakia sends $5 and says, "Always enjoy your show." Thank you. And Patricia sends $5 and says, "Ran up and down the stairs." Thank you. Thank you for letting me know what it is that you did and participating in a fitness activity during our break. Our last break kind of got messed up. Zerski sends $10 and says for the show. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right. So let's jump back into the topic at hand because I have some more things on my notes, in my notes that we need to discuss. Right? All right. Okay. So I'm not sure if we talked about this in the last video, but I was talking about what is the difference between how you show up online and somebody approaching you in public. Online, you have the use of filters, you have the use of crops. Not only that, you can show more of your personality online, and then people may approach you because maybe you said something funny or this, that, and the other, or they see your well made up photos, which lets people know the highest available beauty that you have to exhibit, and then they go up to you in expecting something like that, but then you still have to show up in person without those filters. So nonetheless, right, if people are not approaching you in person, this is what makes me feel that it's more than just her having a shy personality or being self-conscious, or even her other friends being the same size as she. The fact that people do approach her in a certain realm, but not in another, not when they see her in person, lets me know that there could be something else going on besides her temperament and personality. So let's go forward and talk about how the way that we look on the outside communicates something to other people. What does it communicate? It communicates different things to different people based on what it is that they think about what it is that they're seeing. But we do know that a person who is, you know what? I'll tell you this, right? You know how you see those advertisements on LinkedIn for different types of programs and stuff like that? There was a guy who was trying to sell a program, and I went through his webinar, and I was thinking about buying the program, and I went to Google him. And when I Googled him, he was an America Ninja Warrior. Now, the program that he was selling had nothing to do with fitness. It's some social media and some that type of stuff, right? When I saw that he was an American Ninja Warrior, I don't know very much about this person, but one thing that I do know is that he has discipline, he's determined, he has willpower, he has the ability to overcome, he has staying power and staying appeal, he's competitive, all of these different things. Seeing him doing all this American Ninja stuff, running up and hitting the bell and doing all of that, let me know something about his character. Now, on the flip side, when we show up and we are overweight, etc., what does that communicate? Because listen, we all have different health issues, and let me just tell you, these men out here don't give a damn what happened to you when you were a little girl. They don't give a damn what you've been through. They don't give a damn what your excuse is about how you got these migraines and you can't wake up in the morning and work out, or how you're allergic to sweat, or they don't give a damn. What they like is the physical result of that work. And they like that. They don't care about the excuses. Ain't nobody gonna give you no pass. You can give yourself a pass, but the only thing that you're doing is chopping your legs off at the knees. You can make your excuses for yourself and be like, well, he just need to accept me as I am. And it'll be okay once I explain to him, I have this eating thing where I gotta have, pudding before I go to bed. I wake up in the middle of the night craving pizza. I got this addiction. And they don't care. They're not gonna hear that. They want to see what you look like. They want to see how that body looks in a dress. They want to see how you look walking in some heels. They want to know what it's like to hike with you. That depends on the man, right? I mean, there are some morbidly obese men that are quite all right with you being morbidly obese too. There are also some thin men who are all right with you being morbidly obese. But do understand that it communicates something to them, and it communicates something different to each person. But what is that doing for you? One of the things that being morbidly obese, excessively overweight, etc., one of the things that communicates to a person who is in shape is that you all have a lifestyle difference, that there are certain habits and ways that they get down in their life that is not going to be a match for you, regardless of the reason. Now, you could have some thyroid issue, an endocrine issue, you can have PCOS, you can have a lot of different things going on. But at the end of the day, just like in that video that I did the other day, when we were talking about people who choose not to show up for you in a certain way, regardless of whether they can't show up or choose not to show up, they're not showing up nonetheless, and lesser than none. That's as simple as it is. And so whether you choose not to get in shape or you can't get in shape, it's still a mismatch nonetheless, because at the end of the day, in shape you are not. And listen, I'm not saying that it's all about the body and all this, that, and the other. I'm not saying that your personality doesn't matter. However, let me tell you, especially in the Black community, and if you listen to men talk long enough, you'll hear how it is that they feel about women. They can't, for far too many of them, can't tell the difference between one woman and the next, right? And then not only that, so many of us Black women in the Black community have been working on ourselves that there are, according to them, many good Black women out there. Many good Black women who have great jobs, great personalities, who are spirituals in the ways that they like being spiritual, this, that, and the other. So I want you to answer this question. With all things being equal, equally educated, equally spiritual, great equaled great job, equal great job. Name something else right here, and educated or well-spoken, whatever the case may be, just add something there and add something there. With all things being equal, and this person got a Coca-Cola hourglass body shape, and you have more of an apple shape or a carrot up top and carrot down below type shape. If there were two women who were equal in these regard, right? And one is Coca-Cola bottle shaped and one is convex lens shaped, who do you think they're going to choose over the other, with all other things being equal? All I'm saying is give yourself the best chance, especially if you are shifting away from dating in the Black community and opening yourself up to men of other cultures. I'm saying this to you as a big sister. I'm saying this to you as a person who just last year began to realize and understand what it takes to be in shape. What it takes is caring. I mean, if you're healthy already on the inside, right? Not having some issues that are stopping you from getting in shape. What it takes is caring about being in shape and doing what it is that needs to be done. In the Black community, for some reason, we have this pride delusion where we are supposed to be good at something without ever trying. You're supposed to be a star athlete, a star this, a star that, without ever learning, without ever training and getting it on the first try. Am I telling the truth or no? Am I telling the truth or no? So much so that far too many of us, if we try something and we're not good at it right off the bat, we give up. Why do we give up? We give up because we don't know what it takes to try again. When I first was on my healing journey, I could not do a yoga downward dog. I couldn't. Downward facing, people would say downward facing dog was a rest position. And I'm like, how the hell is this a rest position? It was not restful for me. It was painful to be doubled over like that. It was pain. I couldn't breathe. My belly was squished up. I was inverted upside down. I couldn't do it. But 5 days a week, I continued to just get up in the morning. One of the things that changed the mindset for me was realizing that People don't give a damn about my excuses, especially now in this post Kevin Samuels day and age. They don't care about your excuses. They don't care about the reason or the why. They don't care about none of that. They don't care. What they care about is having cute photos for the gram. What they care about is they uncle saying, I see you, nephew. What they care about is being able to show you off, go out looking good, go on vacation and being able to wear bathing suits and not be like, my girl ain't better than yours. They don't care. They don't care. Now listen, if you already have a man and he loves you however it is that you are and all of that, that's a much different story than what it is that we're talking about. And even in that case, I implore you to please do what is best for your health overall. And if that takes getting up in the morning or making sure that you work out before you go to bed, that's what it takes. You know, I spoke with the people behind the scenes yesterday about something that I did to enhance my, it was, I'm not going to talk too much about what I'm doing, but I realized that it's okay to be like, you know what? I want to look good. When we look at these stars who are out here and how it is that they look, right? We like the way their bodies look. Why is there any shame given in us taking the efforts to like what it is that we see? For those of you who are on my Instagram page, you know that when I reduced my weight from the fast and all this other stuff, my butt had flattened down. And you know what I had to do? I put a post up saying, listen, my butt has become flat. I need to know what to do to help my glutes. And you know what? There were people who worked on their bodies. And you can sculpt your body. And they came, they gave me exercises, they told me what to do. And then I was able to do those things and I was able to get